Alright, so this is my new deck. As you can see, I have a whole nother profile, properly titled Our Monster, centered around the flip charmers. And the main purpose is to summon Edda the Sun, and she can flip over a spellcaster into face-up position, meaning that you can snatch up any element during the opponent's turn as a quick effect. And of course, you have all of the really busted support for the possessed monsters. This going against Sky Striker. Of course, I don't know a Sky Striker. Otherwise, I would probably pick a Dark monster to catch that monster or anything else. I don't know what this guy was doing right here. This is silver, so this is still kind of climbing. But I thought this match was pretty funny overall. And there was the one big brain play that had to make to keep him from coming back. You know, Sky Striker, if you don't end the match immediately, it's just a GG. Like here, I don't know why he didn't just, you know, hit me directly. And I just activated it to activate it. And this match took a lot longer in practice for whatever reason. He took forever. Alright, so he's got me on the ropes, you know, Sky Striker stuff. And I basically top decked nothing. And the reason I made that play, just to explain, he couldn't have this. He's going to destroy a face-up monster I have on the board. I knew it was going to get back Edda the Sun. I didn't want it to get destroyed too quickly, as I only had wind and earth, and neither of those could have been snatched up. Because I could have chained it. He went, you know, destroy my monster. I chained it, take over a big monster, and kind of stall out a bit. Not good when they can swarm the field. This play is for like taking their first monster turn one. So clearly that didn't work. He went a Nightmare Unicorn with no cards to discard. So this is pretty much when he just threw the game right here. And you gotta love these Link monsters. Though you don't need them. You don't need the archetype at all. And this is the thing I really like about this deck. It still combos pretty easily into Access Cold Talker. So, you know, Access Cold Talker stuff, that we ain't gotta explain that. Alright, so DNA transplant. You probably are aware of why I'm running it in this deck. Designed to take my opponent's monsters. It should be pretty obvious. You can't control what element your opponent's monster, well, you can't predict it if you're going first, but you can control it if you have this trap card. Now I'm still messing with the numbers. I only have this as a one of, so it's pretty freaking hilarious that I even drew it, considering that, as you can see here, my deck is still 46 cards. So obviously I'm playing a pretty big deck. I'm actually running a Wind Witch engine that you just didn't get to see because it's ranked. So this card is the one big play. So he does his stuff, you know. He's able to get another Sky Striker monster on the board, basically. So he does everything he can to get his one monster. Alright, it's a light type. Obviously, he got nothing on the board. You would think DNA transplant would be terrible in the situation, but this is the card he needs to go into. But he has to do it with a non-wind Sky Striker Ace monster, because this would allow him to attack me directly, and then they'll send a Sky Striker card from his deck to the graveyard, and then after the battle phase, he'll then transform to the Water one to get another Sky Striker card that way. So what I did here, I just turned him to a one type, forcing him to have to go into the Water one early, and pretty much ending his turn. So I don't know if it literally was just the end of it all, but I'm fairly certain it had a pretty big impact on that play. But this deck has been pretty fun so far. I'm not gonna do a deck profile just yet. It's still ugly. It's very ugly. It's ugly. I mean, you saw the hand. It was ugly. But yep, just wanted to share this video. The discount's still in silver, so not gonna be the greatest of matches. I don't need them to be the greatest because yeah, I'm not playing all that well myself. So cool. Adios.